Well, Attorney-General Mark Dreyfus is preparing to travel himself, but overseas, to Israel within weeks to attempt to mend the fractured relationship between the Albanese and Netanyahu governments. Fractured? I'd say it's decimated, but, you know, semantics.
Shouldn't it be you and the Foreign Minister going over there to mend relations with Israel?
The Foreign Minister has visited Israel already. The Attorney-General is an appropriate person to visit Israel. A range of others have visited Israel in recent time.
Yes, sure, the Foreign Minister, Penny Wong, did visit Israel. She didn't tour any of the October 7 attack sites, though, Louise. And look, at least someone is going. And in fairness, yes, Mark Dreyfus was supposed to go on October 7
but didn't,
last year, but didn't because of the Hezbollah conflict. That was the reason they gave. But I think it's far too little too late.
The only person who should be going to Israel on behalf of Australia is the Prime Minister of Australia. He should be going there to clean up his own mess in order to try and repair the relationship with the Australian Jewish community, which he's given very little credence to, as we know. We've talked about at length about this. So, yes, there's an election coming up, but it really would do him so much good and would be such a supportive move for Australian Jewish people if he were to actually go to Israel. So I don't buy this argument from him that he's sending the right person. He's not sending the right person. He should be sending himself.
Kel, I don't think the Prime Minister can go to Israel at this stage, even if he wanted to, which he clearly does not. Yes. That is the last thing he would want to do. But I don't think that Israel he wouldn't get a warm reception there. I don't think Jewish Australians would buy it at this point after the hostility that he's shown and his government has shown. But do you see this as a pre-election stunt, or how do you read this visit?
Well, it can't be anything but a stunt. If I'm reading the tea leaves properly, if Benjamin Netanyahu came to Australia, he would be arrested. Penny Wong was asked about that. Now, where even dear old Joe Biden said we're not going to want this stupid warrant from the ICC, Penny Wong said we have to respect international law and respect the ICC. That implies that if Benjamin Netanyahu came here, he would be arrested. So what do? You send your Attorney-General, who would have to authorise his arrest if he arrived in Australia. How can you build a friendly relationship with a nation on that basis? I think the whole idea that until the policy changes, it's possible to have a friendly relationship is just ridiculous. It can't happen. It's delusional.
Well, I think you're right, because even with Mark Dreyfus, the most senior Jewish politician in Israel, how are they going to explain to the Israelis why they banned a former Israeli minister from coming to the country recently, their increasingly hostile moves to the United Nations, and the fact they've made it so difficult for Israelis to come here because they'd have to answer pages of paperwork about their national service. I don't know how you can come back from any of that, but we'll see how it goes.